Yeah.
Another lumberjack guy for Parker.
We're just going to call this the lumberjack match.
Should. When you get out going, get this thing started. We're going to go with the Hungry Man thing, but it's a Hungry Jack match.
Who do we got? Hey, how's it going?
You guys mail a check or something?
We do. Yes, sir.
You don't leave my address if you don't have it.
If you want to leave it on one of the... Already, you got it. If you want to leave it on just some...
So I can just email you too.
Yeah, do that.
I'll just email
That
you.
would be awesome.
That'd be easier.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, it's about don't know how that the extra
All right, sorry there. We are just underway. That was actually our first shot for score, so practice is over. This is match number 1. We are only in a 4-person stepladder match, or format, I mean, today. Kind of a disappointing, only 23 entries today. Summertime, a lot of fairs going on. I know there was a junior bowling thing up in Alexandria today. We definitely were impacted with a lot of other things going on, so only 23 entries today. We decided to go ahead and take, normally that would only get us to 6. We just went ahead and bumped it up to take the 8 into match play. And so that got us to where we are right now, which is our top 4-person stepladder instead of the normal 5. So our first match here, Nick Hogan, who we saw go 9-count spare in the first frame, bowling against Matt Payne, Nick was our number 3 seed, Matt Payne our number 4 seed. As you can see, a 3-pin and a spare conversion as well for Payne. This match has instantly been dubbed the Lumberjack Classic, the Lumberjack Battle, Fight of the Beards. All right, Matt up in the second, very good shot. All right. We had the PBA 45-foot dragon pattern out today. The pattern being 45, the oil only goes down to 37. It's buffed for the last 8. And so anyways, it's longer, but as we see Nick leave a 2-8 there, right lane. A little bit longer, but not a lot of volume, 25 point some odd, 0.6 I think mils. Nonetheless, extremely difficult. Scoring pace was really low. A re-oil after qualifying made match play extremely ugly. And hook past it. Gets just the 2. So it did only take a score of minus 25 to make the top 8. Tony, I'm not really sure. The arm wrestling match would probably be fun to watch, but I don't know if either of these two fancy themselves much of a whiskey drinker. I think that if it's a tie, they should have to do log rolling. All right, Payne stepping up here in the third, working on a strike. And he has the early lead in the match here. Unfortunate open, chopping the 2 off the 2-8 by Nick in the second. So see if Matt can build on that. 3-6. Yeah, I can't decide honestly, Tony, log rolling or if we should have them have to climb the telephone pole size tree, you know, the climb up with the little belt around their waist and that, and with the big spikes on. I think they'd both be really good pole climbers. All right, Payne with the spare there in the third. Hold off. All right, just the 3-pin. Yeah, that was a good one, Steven. Thanks for noticing. Whoa. Whoa, all right. Good spare. Kind of a humid day out today, and typically the approaches can get a little ugly. Might have been a little warm in here today, but everybody said the approaches actually were pretty nice. So seeing Matt stick a little bit there, not exactly the way it was all day. They were pretty nice today. Oh, good shot, Nick. Yeah, that was a really good shot. Trying to cut into that deficit a little bit. So we got Nick Hogan 47 in the third, working now on that strike in the fourth that he just had. Payne is at 59 in the third, and he will be working on a spare the next time he takes the approach. Another good shot here. Yeah, there we go. Big double there for Hogan. Chance to get him back within just a couple of pins. Again, Matt, 59 in the third, working on a spare here in the fourth. Oh yeah, he met that in. Well, probably the most dreaded. Oh, the 9 falls. No, it did stay standing. Probably the most dreaded spare combo, non-split, of all of them for the right-handers here. The 3, 6, 9, 10. I like that. Oh, a chop there for Matt. All square in the chop department for these lumberjacks. One open apiece. $83 in the fifth now for Payne with that open. Advantage right back into Hogan's court. Yeah, much better shot, Matt. Well done.
You got my score sheet by chance at all? Right around it? Otherwise it's like
Carl.
Did I get something wrong in there? No, I just wanted to see what I did on that pair.
Oh, gotcha. What happened there? I missed it, sorry.
You picked the 610.
610, thanks. Sorry about that, folks. Had to run a quick errand. All right, so 610 spare there for Mr. Hogan in the 6th. So he stands at 95 in the 5th with that spare in the 6th that he's working on here now in the 7th. That was a good shot again. Yep. He's got a good look on that left lane for sure. Again, I had to step away for a second. I didn't see the 610 there on the right, but left lane, a couple of light carries, really good shots. All right, let's see what Payne can do to get back on the strike train here. Needs to double up to get back into the match a little bit. He's 83 in the 5th, working on a strike. And looked in again. Yeah, in again. 4-pin. Matt was our high qualifier today. He came in at plus 97. He was one of only 3 people to be plus on the day. So we had Matt and Nick Pluff and Chad Nelson, the 3 guys that were plus for the day. During qualifying, I should say, sorry. Again, it took minus 25 to make the cut into the match play portion. That looked better. Yeah, there you go, Matt. Well, both players have a really good look on the light shot on that left lane, and the carry is good here. They do have new pins here at Sunray. The carry has actually been extremely good. I think scores would have been quite a bit lower had it not been for some fortunate carry at times out of these new pins. Great shot, Nick Hogan. Big double, 115 in the 6th for Nick, and he's got a double up in the 7th and the 8th now. We are looking for the first turkey opportunity of the match here. Oh! Stopped by a Randy Peterson. Stone 8, great shot. All right, good spare. All right, let's see where we stand here. We have got Nick Hogan, 164 in the 8th, a spare in the 9th, so 214 max. We have Matt Payne with 123 in the 7th and a strike in the 8th, 213 max. So, Payne definitely needing to step up a minimum double. Here in the 9th and 10th to put some pressure on. There's one of them. Limber Lumberjack. All right, needs this first one in the 10th here for sure. Another good shot on this lane. Oh, he missed in just a little bit. Scoots a little bit long, doesn't quite get enough to get that 7 out. He's going to definitely need some help at this point. 192 max needs to pick this up and strike here. All right, the hard part's done. Got the spare. All 10 here gets him to 192. It'll at least force Nick Hogan to mark here in the 10th. Yeah, missed out on that one. Ended up with the same result, a 9 count, 191. Still going to force Nick to at least get a mark in the 10th here. Needs to stay clean.
Finally conquered 18. I couldn't get it on
No, my Kirkhoven math has failed me again. That is enough.
You should get a picture.
192 right there. Oh, he had the 10 soft as well. Nick Hogan will advance. He will move on to meet our number 2 seed Brady Stearns in the semifinal match. Again, we have a consolidated stepladder. A 4 turnout today, 23 entries. We brought 8 into the match play, but that means only 4 that move into the stepladder. We're going to move over to the next pair. We're going to give the guys 2 shots on each lane. Also, I got to take a picture quick of the stepladder finalists, so grab a beverage, hit the restroom, whatever. Give us a few minutes. We'll be back with match number 2, our semifinals. Again, Brady Stearns versus Nick Hogan. It sounded very condescending when you said to me, "What are you talking about?" So I'd like you to take that back.
Sorry.
It's okay. I was talking about your Nintendo controller. Not at all. 2 on on each, yes, sir, and then you'll get the choice.
Just me, right? No more. Do I get through?
No, yeah, both players get 2 on each. Absolutely. Yep. Sorry. Yep. 2 on each, both players. Good tournament, Matt.
Thanks.
Good run.
Jason, I was told to need my email for the payout.
I'll need your actual address, but
actual.
could you send me an email
Okay, yeah.
or a
Just,
Facebook message, either or?
The CBA Facebook page.
Yeah, you can. Perfect. You bet. And then just whatever your address is, and then yeah, I'll cut checks this week and mail them out.
Okay, awesome.
You bet.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for bowling, man. Good bowling. Congrats.
I'll be back.
Good. Yep. Congrats.
Thank you.
Okay, getting ready here for match number 2. Again, our semifinal match in the shortened stepladder format. Only a 4-player stepladder today. Our number 2 seed, Brady Stearns, will be meeting our number 3 seed, Nick Hogan. Nick advanced through the first match 200 to 191 over our number 4 seed, Matt Payne. Looks like Brady has chosen to have Nick start the match. Looking for a little help, missed it. Oh, he got the big help. Rolls the 6 into the 3 forward. Starts the match with a strike. All right, Brady's first shot of the stepladders here. Also a little bit in, but not as fortunate. He actually leaves the 3-6-10. All right, Brady makes good work there of the 3-6-10. Brady made the cut into match play in the 4th spot. Another high shot, 3-6-10. Again. At -1. Again, we only had 3 people that were plus today. The PBA Dragon, 45-foot pattern. was the pattern of choice today. We did have a re-oil in between qualifying and match play. Definitely seemed to make them a little uglier. A few people had an okay look. Our number 1 seed, Nick Pluff out of Wisconsin, had actually a really, really good look throughout match play. All right, Brady, back-to-back 3-6-10 conversions. Let's see what Nick Hogan has in store for other tricks maybe on this right lane after he rolled the 3-6-10 forward in the first. That's pretty boring. Just making a good shot instead. Double to start the match. Little wide on that. All right, real fortunate. That's a good 7 count. 1, 2, 4 left. Oh, takes just a head pin off there. Third for Hogan. 53 in the third. Again, Brady back-to-back 3-6-10 spares at this point. Taking the approach of working in the third.
3-6-10 spare.
There's a lot of them today.
I'm
A
just
lot of
saying
them.
spares. Leaving all
Oh, spares.
You can leave it.
Well, here he added the 7 pin for a little added difficulty. After showing his 100% fill ratio on the 3-6-10, he decides to go from 8.5 to 9.6 difficulty and adds the 7. Right, just the 3 of them. And both players opening up in the third. Gives the lead right back to Nick. 11 pin lead, 53 to 42 here in the third. I tell you what, Eric, we could make this figure skating and it might make it more interesting.
Does he want to see me in a tutu?
We both
been in a tutu
in the first match. We just wanted to see you and Nick do some doubles, figure skating. We wanted to see who would throw who. All right, Brady on the board with a strike here in the fourth.
You see, I moved out when we got into this.
I did.
My idea was that 168, I was not going to win anything. Oh, 191 didn't either. It was better than 168. In wasn't looking good.
By 23. Yeah. 5 pin.
I heard your math wasn't very good.
5 pin for Nick. My math was good, except for when I needed it. Easy spare, no free drinks given. All right. Nick could use a strike here, make sure he keeps control of the match.
Did you already talk about how Brady was like 150
Good.
after 4 and then went out?
I did not mention any of that yet. Yeah.
I'll let you get to it.
Yeah, I was really busy just talking about other stuff like what was happening. But yeah, nice little side point. After 2, let's see, where's Brady? Well, he went 135, 169 to start the day. He did fight. He got himself with 182 and 192 in games 3 and 4 to 100 and some under. Then he decided maybe he should move to the right a little bit, both feet and ball, and found his way to 277 and 268 back to back, and skyrocketed himself into the top 5 or top 8. One heck of a comeback. Ten pin in the 5th. Easy conversion. For the moment, we will hold that lead at 11 pins. Nick Hogan will be working on a strike in the 6th frame when he takes the approach. Brady here working on a strike or a spare in the 5th, up in the 6th. Down by 11. Oh, trips the 4 forward, the 9 backwards. That's how it's done.
Pick up the 4-9 by throwing the 4 into the pit and having it bounce out to the 9.
That was impressive. The 4 pin directly into the pit, directly back out into the 9.
I mean, it just clobbered it. It wasn't even like a roller.
We did talk about the new pins here. They seem to be frisky.
Oh, yeah.
Roll that over. There's too much in the way. Yeah, I think the scores would have actually been a chunk lower had it not been for some soft carry at times from the new pins here. Oh, hold it. All right.
I think he knew he had it the whole time.
Once again, the Limberjack on the approach. I stole that from Tony Fitzgerald. Tony, I owe you 3 cents in royalties.
I don't think he trademarked it, so I think you're good.
That was a good shot. Carry it. No. Quite. Maybe a little firm.
Did you guys talk about how crappy 18 was when with the 1-3 was like this, wide open?
No, we left that out of it.
Because it wasn't like that at all.
Good spare. John, I don't know what you're talking about, but I've never seen a polar bear in plaid before.
It's golf season. Carl, it's going to be casino season next weekend, right?
Carl Campa. Carl. That name sounds familiar.
It does.
Carl Campa. I've seen him. I think I've seen him somewhere.
Never heard of it.
Hold off. All right.
I'm not sure.
Big double there by Brady.
I want to know how Nick will prove it.
No, I
Polar-
won't ask that. We'll just leave that be. It's a family show. We're trying to keep our PG rating.
That's a lie.
All right, push a little.
There's no way he's
Oh, roll that.
He won't get out of the casino long enough to know where he's bowling.
That is very true. I assume, though, when he says you two, he means you and I, and not Brady. He's not going to be cheering Brady on. All right, great shot for Brady there. Unfortunate 10 pin. It does get him right back in the match. We are smack dab in the middle of a one-pin match now. He is still trailing. But he did pull it within one.
Battle of the Decades, the start of it. Did you tell
I have not mentioned it yet this telecast. Thank you, Mr. President. Next month, the 21st, River City Extreme, day before the Do You Bowl $5,000 Team Challenge. The CBA will be there, and it will be the first. Oh, look at that, trip 4. Great break. Keeps his one-pin lead.
You know what they say about tripping fours?
It's good luck. 132 in the 7th for Nick, 131 in the 7th for Brady.
Big gloves.
So it'll be the first leg of 3 tournaments that'll make up the Bowler of the Decades. So basically, the highest point winner for those 3 events, CBA points. Good shot. Oh, yeah, he's got to be a little firm, I think, when he's moved in a bit here. He kicked in just a little bit from where he was before, and I think he just needs to make sure he's nice and soft with it now. Still just a little firm. Anyways, the Bowl of the Decades, be the top CBA point earner in those 3 events in your respective age category, which are 29 and under, 30-39, 40-49, 50-59, and 60 plus. And you win a $250 bonus sponsored by The Locker Guy, owned and operated by Tom Corbett, Executive Director of the CBA. That then, being the bowler of your decade, gives you the opportunity, after the year-end tournament qualifying is over in April, to bowl against all of the other respective age category winners, bowlers of their decades, for another $250 winner-take-all prize and the title of the Bowler of the Decades, plural.
Got away with one there.
Yep, that's a good 9 count. 6-pin only for Brady. Yeah, that chop there for Nick, very unfortunate in the 9th. Yep. That's never a good time for it, but the 9th can be pretty devastating.
There's never a good time for a bucket.
Never ever.
Unless it's beer.
Yes, and it's always a good time.
10 pins, huh? 10 pins.
Good spare.
Wow, possible.
Yeah, definitely is still a match. The biggest lead that Brady can get here going into the 10th now is going to be 10. He's 150 in the 8th, spare in the 9th. Nick, 160 in the 9th. So we will have no more than a 10-pin lead going into the 10th frame here. So, again, this time instead of a 9, it's a 10. Takes the 4-10 out.
Strike shuts him out.
Yeah, I was going to say, I guess
Possibility for a tie.
before I worry too much about what the lead is going into the 10th, if Brady does strike out, that is the match. Well, I don't know why he wouldn't just make that dead flush to prove my Kirkhoven math is really poor. That will wrap up this match. Well, keep it on the lane. I guess I shouldn't speak so fast.
Oh, yeah. Could have a Del
Brady.
Ballard incident.
Well, Brady's been involved in some finals before. Look at him throw plastic down the middle. Well done. He's learned from other experiences. 198. 198 will be a winner. Nick had a great tournament. This was Nick's first step ladder made, so congratulations to him. Great bowling. I'm sure we will see him back in the step ladders again. Good spare. They were saying if you two tied, they, couldn't really figure out what to do for a tiebreaker. I just brought up that log rolling would be a good activity, and then the more I thought about it, I said, well, maybe we should have you two climb the pole. Because I think both of you,
Yeah, I get it.
look like lumberjacks. So, we will move on to the next pair. Brady Stearns advances 198 to 180, and he will move into the finals against Nick Pluff for our championship match.
People would bet you win.
Both bowlers are in the bet you win, so the 665 bet you win, 50% will get paid out today. We're going to move the camera over. They're going to get 2 on each lane, and then Nick, being the higher seed, will get to decide who will start. Give us a couple seconds. We'll be right back.
No idea how I wanted to throw it.
Oh my God, that was when in our match. I had that 3, 6, 9, 10. I was going. Do I throw it plastic at it and take 3? Do I look at it? Take 2. I look at it, took 2.
Well, you'd be able to see the scores if you were here, just so you know. I could turn it up. I don't know if you'll see the scores anyways, but certainly I'll be happy to adjust them. Usually there's too much kind of static feedback or whatever. They kind of get blurry and you can't see them anyways, but I will make that adjustment. And like I said, we've got both players throwing their 2 practice on each lane, and then Nick, our number 1 seed, will get the choice of starting first or finishing the match first. Also, because I'm required to say so when my mom checks in. Hi, Mom.
Ah, jeez.
Whoa. Okay. Well, hopefully that helps some.
Oh, now Brady's got to. Sharing is caring.
Again, they usually are kind of hard to see anyways. They get a little blurry, but I'll try to keep you posted on the scores as well as we go. And It looks like Nick has decided to have Brady start the match. We are underway with our championship match here at Sunray Lanes. August CBA. Yeah, well, for those of you, if you can hear Matt Payne in the background talking, he said push. 21 and 22 is definitely, I think, the tightest pair that came out of the entire match play bit for sure. After the re-oil, they got to be just tight as a drum. Unfortunate to watch former President Chad Nelson come to this pair for the first time in match play and just have one ball, not even think of reading the lane, and then any kind of a move, the next ball overreacted a ton. Nobody was able to really break this pair open at all. So when Matt said push, I'm not surprised that ball held for Brady, as this pair definitely seems to have a little more sauce on it, or plays that way topography-wise, and is definitely tighter, not as much forgiveness. So now that I've talked about how tight it is and how tough it is, we should watch 300 to 290 probably take this match.
I would almost bet everything I won today that it's not going to end up 290.
All right, Nick with a strike in the first here. You double up. Yep, I'm telling you. Now, I had mentioned it a little bit earlier in either the first match, I think it was the first match, where Nick was our number one seed, obviously, throughout the step ladder. But easily, I thought, the only one that had a really good ball reaction throughout all of the match play portion. Matt Payne, our current president here in the booth, so to speak, with me, had a really good look during qualifying, was our qualifying leader. But his look definitely changed as he got into match play in the re-oil and ran. As we see Brady with a 2, 4, 6, 10.
Tighter, and the OB was much easier to have.
Yeah, it definitely became obvious that shots missed right. There was no house memory left to give it any kind of recovery, and they just got harder by far. On the flip side, I actually think Nick's look almost got better, especially in comparison to the field. His look was far and above what anybody else had. All right, well, unfortunate early open for Brady here. Brady has kind of gone back and forth between the new Ebonite Futura and the Columbia 300 Savage. Currently, the Futura in his hand. Really good shot. I talked to him earlier today about that Futura a little bit, and a lot like that Savage. Both pieces are on the strong side of their respective brands. Both are also very smooth rolling. Get over there. All right, good spare for Brady. Nick, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure he's got a phase 2.
That's what he's throwing right now.
Throwing now, yeah. I think he's got. Oh, that's a pitch black. I was going to say I thought he had an IQ tour on the rack, but that's a pitch black on the rack as well. So just a phase 2.
God, he has a lot more reaction out there.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Again, I was talking to Chad earlier, and we were talking about Nick's, role in the match play compared to everybody else. And it's just one of those situations where he's just that matched up. His role and ball selection here on this pattern has definitely created what others don't have.
Thanks. Yep. Good ball.
Yep.
Seen that? Yep. Take care, man. Good ball. Thanks.
He's in my way, but I think, he got both of them. All right, so Dutch pace for Nick through 3. Brady with that unfortunate open in the second here. 26 in the second with a spare in the third. Shout out to CBA member Nick Pate. Got word today, I'm sure a lot of people have seen it online. Most everyone knew Nick had earned a gold medal at the Pan Am Games in the singles portion. As we see Nick with a good strike there, keeping that Dutch dream alive through 4. Unfortunate set of circumstances. I'm not totally in on what happened, but apparently there was a doping issue with the doubles pairing, or one of the members of the doubles pairing, that had taken the gold medal at the Pan Am Games, and they were disqualified, and Nick and his partner Jacob Buttriff were then advanced into the gold medal position. So that gave Nick 2 golds.
Oh, no, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, gave him 2 golds for the Pan Am Games. So unfortunate that it has to come at somebody's disqualification, but very fortunate for our guys. Oh, he gets that 9 to get tripped. We saw Brady throw a really good shot in the third frame here on this left lane coming up. Left a really ripped 10 pin, so would have been a bummer to see that 9 stand. Thank goodness it comes out. Chance at a double here. Good shot. Oh. For a second, I thought it wasn't going to get there.
Yeah, I had that same feeling.
And
The
then,
last time I yelled push, I was wrong, so I just held everything there. I didn't want to be wrong again.
it's good thinking. Good thinking. All right, so a double for Brady. So with that open and Nick only going at the Dutch pace. A little bit of pressure at least added on. And he still just can't get that right lane to carry. 10 pin.
This was an interesting pair, I'll tell you. This was an interesting pair.
Well, for those at home wouldn't know, the guys that were here bowling would know, but with the low entries and the way everything played out this morning, we ended up kind of using the middle of the house for qualifying, and in an effort to be, as fair as we can to the proprietors, and allowing them to have as much open bowling as they can while still giving us a place to be able to compete. We moved our match play down to one end of the house so they could open up an entire other end of the house for the open bowling. We did rerun those lanes, but it ended up being that 21 through 24 weren't used during the qualifying portion. So they were roiled twice, just like all the other pairs, but they didn't get any play on them. And so I think this pair might have been tight to begin with, but for sure with the re-oil, double oil on it, I think it just didn't get any play on it either, and it just kept it tight. back-to-back spares, single pin conversions for Nick.
Off the wall, is that going to score 2? Oh, he's dead to rights. Jesus. No chance.
Well, for those of you that are watching the Twins game on the other TV screen, that wasn't very good. Three-bagger for Brady. So 46 in the third for Brady. Working on a three-bagger. So he's 76 in the fourth with a double. Obviously into the hundreds there in the fifth. So he's going to have 6-7 pins here as Nick is 99 in the fifth, working on a spare. Looked right. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking when I said it looked right. It's pretty good.
This may have gotten out of this game.
Yeah, Nick's definitely going to have to. He's going to have to start. Yeah, especially in this right lane. I mean, it is in his defense not treated him very nicely. There we go. Well, it all starts with one.
He's kind of got to be on it. If he's on it, the deep one.
Yep.
Look, it's going to be It's going to be that. What he just did. He got it right of it just before that. Shot before that, and that's when he rang that 10 pin.
Okay. Yeah, so just a little bit too far out and back.
Yep. Well, his ball reaction in is so much better than any of ours. There's a reason he's leading the ball and leading. He's the number one seed.
Yeah.
That's something none of us had.
Yep. Yeah, again, as we see him not be able to take out a 10. Yeah, it was obvious, especially to anybody that was watching from behind, that, I mean, it wasn't just the scores that showed it. You
Right.
just watched his reaction across the house or across the lanes in match play from any of the other 7 guys, and it just wasn't even close. Brady has been able to find a look here in a different part of the lane now. That looks a little bit like he had in qualifying when he made that run.
Right.
We see some real deadwood right in the middle of the lane. Take a second to clear that. Hold on one second. Oh, we got somebody right here. Nice.
On it.
Yeah, it kind of seems to me like Brady's starting to find what he found in qualifying again for those 2 games. Unfortunate for him, it only lasted 2 games, but what a good time for him to find it when he's in the semis and in the finals. All right, we got that deadwood cleared out of the way here. Brady is stepping up on the right lane in the 8th frame. He's working on a 4-bagger. Oh, yeah. Easy to have happen, and it didn't matter what line you were playing. That was just easy to have happen. Any little bit of a miss right. I think I'd said it during the first part of match play that I'd seen more 1, 2, 8, 10 combinations of any way, shape, or form washouts. 2 10s, 2 8 10s, 2 4 8 10s. Very easy to get your ball and not read the lane. All right, takes the 3. Well, Brady's got 160 in the 8th. A strike by Nick in the 9th, and we're back to a 1-pin match heading down the line. Should be good. Should be good watching here. Brady can punch out and shut him out. We'll all have to start right here in the 9th, of course. There we go.
That seemed pretty good.
That starts the whole process. So where we stand going into the 10th, Nick, as he steps up here, he can max out at 219. Brady Stearns can max out at 220. There's the first of them.
Figured out his hard lane.
Yeah, the last 2, he got that right lane figured out. Shape, speed, everything to get all 10 out. And then, of course, as it would be, you find your hard lane, and then he can't hit the left lane or his good lane. Yeah. Vicious sport.
Extra good.
Oh, another really good one.
An indicator board.
Right on it. Yep. 2 more of those and the pressure will be there. Well, even 1 more and he's going to make him think about it for sure. Yeah, I was just going to say that looked in a bit. Yep. Unfortunately. 3, 4, 6, 7. Yep, just a couple boards in, and for sure on this pattern, I just don't have that much room. Well, as always, that could prove to be costly too, but yeah. Brady definitely is going to have to get this first one, or we will have a first-time CBA champion. And that will do it. Nick Pluff, first time CBA champion.
That was a light 4-pin.
Great finals match here between these two. Brady picking up the spare there. Well, we knew it was going to come at some point. He's been coming over from Wisconsin for a while and has had a good look many a time. Always good to see a new face come into the winner's circle. There will be a new banner made.
Yeah, where are the banners?
Shh. That's a surprise for October.
All right.
There's a 3-month teaser to everybody out there if you're wondering where the banners are. surprise coming in October. All right, your champion, Nick Bluff out of Wisconsin, 202 over Brady Stearns, 197. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you to Sunray Lanes for hosting us. Next month, we will be at River City Extreme, Monticello. I believe that date, again, August 21st, Saturday. It's that weekend, the Saturday of that weekend, at River City Extreme, Monticello. First leg of the Bowler of the Decades 3-event series, again, sponsored by the Locker Guy and Tom Corbett. Thanks again for watching us, and we'll see you next month.